Bonjour Year 9, welcome to Lesson 9 of the spring term, talking about what I used to do using the imperfect tense with Monsieur Bolis. And here's a list of equipment you need for today's lesson. You will need your exercise book and a pen and a ruler, so pause to get that ready now. Thank you for uploading all your welcome to class charts. Please remember upload evidence of all of your completed work, all of the pages, all of the snapshots of Quizlets or any online activities you do. Anything not in your book needs to be photographed as well and uploaded to class charts. Please also follow the indicated time for completion of each of the different activities. If you can't quite complete something, then don't worry about it. Please move on to the next activity so you have variety in the activities that you're doing. Please email me if you have any questions at all on today's lesson, and here's my email address. Okay, Year 9, as always, write down the date in French and you'll find this on class charts. Then write down the title, Quand j'étais plus jeune, and write down the English as well, When I was younger. Then write down the learning objective to write about what you used to do when you were younger. Pause to do that now, press play to go to your Do Now activity. For your Do Now activity, I want you to fill in the gaps. So you'll see on the left-hand side, there are sentences in English, and on the right-hand side, there are the translation of those sentences in French. I'd like you to write down the numbers 1 to 4 in your book, first of all, and write down the English words that are missing. Underneath that, I would like you to write the numbers 1 to 4, and then write the French words that are missing opposite them. Pause to do that now, press play to go on to answer them. Okay, let's check those answers. So when I was younger, because I used to love IT. When I was little. And number 4, used to love. For the French side, je voulais, technologie, devenir, and les. And well done if you got les, that's the tricky one in there. Now I'll pass you on to Monsieur Bolis to teach the rest of the lesson. I look forward to seeing your work later. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir.
So for our next activity, we are going to do something new. So on your screen, you've got 9 sentences. J'allais à la pâtisserie, c'était amusant. Quand j'étais petit, je voulais être pâtissier. J'adorais faire des gâteaux. Je faisais des animaux ou des voitures. Mon père était pâtissier. Je regardais mon père travailler. Je jouais avec la pâte. So here are your 9 sentences. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to read those sentences in a very specific order. What you're going to do, you're going to listen to me reading those 9 sentences in a particular order. But here is the trick, and try not to cheat, because the whole point of this is to work on your memory. I want you to remember the order without writing anything down until I'm finished. So just to remind you, I'm reading the sentences in a particular order. You do not write anything, and when I'm finished, write down the letters of the order I'm going. So write down the sentences of the order I'm going. Let's see if you can do it. Quand j'étais petit, je voulais être pâtissier. J'allais à la pâtisserie. Mon père était pâtissier. Je regardais mon père travailler. J'adorais faire des gâteaux. Je jouais avec la pâte. Je faisais des animaux ou des voitures. C'était amusant. Okay, so now write down the letters in the order you think you know. Now, if you can only write the first 2 or 3 letters, it's okay. I'm going to read it again 2 more times. So that was your first go. Let's do this again. Quand j'étais petit, je voulais être pâtissier. J'allais à la pâtisserie. Mon père était pâtissier. Je regardais mon père travailler. J'adorais faire des gâteaux. Je jouais avec la pâte. Je faisais des animaux ou des voitures. C'était amusant. So now write down the letters, try to fill in the gaps. You're going to have one more go. Okay, final go. Once again, pens down, listen carefully, and try to get all the letters in the correct order this time. Quand j'étais petit, je voulais être pâtissier. J'allais à la pâtisserie. Mon père était pâtissier. Je regardais mon père travailler. J'adorais faire des gâteaux. Je jouais avec la pâte. Je faisais des animaux ou des voitures. C'était amusant. Pick up your pen again. Can you write down those 9 letters in the order I said them? Well done, Year 9. So that was the order that you needed to put the sentences in. C was first. Quand j'étais petit, je voulais être pâtissier. A, j'allais à la pâtisserie. F, mon père était pâtissier. G, je regardais mon père travailler. D, j'adorais faire des gâteaux. H, je jouais avec la pâte. E, je faisais des animaux ou des voitures. B, c'était amusant. Give yourself a tick for all the letters you got in the correct order and a cross for the ones that are not placed in the correct order. For our next activity, we're going to do a bit of a reading comprehension. I'm going to show you a text and I'm going to read it. So what I want from you, Year 9, I want full attention. So pens down, no distraction, have a look at the text and follow it with me. Bonjour, je m'appelle Arthur et j'ai 24 ans. Quand j'étais petit, je voulais être pâtissier car j'adorais faire des gâteaux. Mon père était pâtissier et après l'école, j'allais à la pâtisserie où je le regardais travailler. Je jouais avec la pâte et je faisais des animaux ou des voitures. Et puis, je les mangeais. J'adorais ça. C'était amusant. Maintenant, je suis aussi pâtissier. So now that we've read the text, I want you to list all the verbs in the imperfect tense and translate them into English. Now remember, the imperfect is a verb that ends in AIS when it's je. So for example, j'étais is in the imperfect and means I was. You've got 8 more verbs to find. So write down numbers 1 to 8 or 1 to 9. I think it may be 9. And then write down all the verbs in imperfect and then try to translate them into English. Press pause and then press play again when you're ready to continue. So that was the text, that was the example. Numéro 1, je voulais, I wanted. 2, mon père était, my father was. 3, j'allais, I used to go. 4, je le regardais, I used to watch him. Je jouais, I used to play. Je faisais, I used to do. Je les mangeais, I used to eat them. J'adorais, I used to love. C'était, it was. So there was 9. Give yourself a tick for all the ones you got correct and a second tick for all the translation you got correct, giving you a total out of 18. Once again, I would like to see some correction in your exercise book, so make sure that you do take correction and preferably using a different pen like a pencil so that we can see the difference in the picture. For our next activity, I'm going to show you a text. It is a mix of French and English. That's why I called it franglais. what I want you to do, I want to separate the English from the French to create two texts. So it's original in French and then a translation in English. But there may be some words in there that you do not know. The best way to find them is to open another tab in your internet browser, type wordreference.com and use that. It's an online dictionary. You can type the word you don't know and it gives you the answer. So here is the text. As you can see, there's a mixture of French and English. Can you translate it back to full French and full English, please? Press pause and then press play again when you're ready to see the correction. It is not necessarily an easy task. It's going to take you some time. This is why you've got 15 minutes. So once again, press pause and then press play again when you're ready to see the correction. So now is the time to spend a good couple of minutes going through the correction. On the left, you've got the text in French, and on the right, you've got the text in English. Do take the time to check every single sentence being correct. So that's why I should see in your exercise book. I actually see ticks at the end of each sentence so that I know you've checked your work. Press pause and then press play again when you're ready for your next activity. We've got another long activity now, which is a writing exercise. So once again, I would like you to spend a good 15 minutes on this. So take the time to do it conscientiously. Write at least 60 words on what you used to be like. Include what you wanted to be when you were younger. That could also be widened to, when you were at school, what did you like? What did you used to like? At least 3 reasons why that is specific to the job, just like we've seen before. And some details like connectives, opinions, reasons, as well as who with, maybe. I'm putting the model again from previously, but remember that I want a bit more from you using what we've been doing the last few lessons. Press pause, complete this task, and then press play again when you're ready to finish the lesson.
Excellent work today, Year 9. Really well done. Please remember to upload pictures of all of your work in your exercise book onto ClassCharts within 24 hours to get a very well-deserved achievement point. Merci, au revoir.